When today's author was in college in a male-dominated major, she felt fine. But once in the workforce, she realized, yikes, things are harder. Amy Diehl of Shippensburg joins us for an author spotlight. She co-wrote Glass Walls, Shattering the 6 Gender Bias Barriers Still Holding Women Back at Work. We've long heard about the glass ceiling.
Yes.
What do you mean by glass walls?
Well, by glass walls, what I mean is that not only is there a glass ceiling at the top for women who are trying to climb the hierarchy, but the barriers that women are facing at work are really all around us. They're surrounding us, and they're invisible. So they're really more like glass walls, as well as there's certainly the glass ceiling.
Absolutely, absolutely. When did you realize for yourself that gender bias, in the workplace was a thing?
Yeah, well, when I started working, I worked in the male-dominated field of information technology. To learn how to lead, I watched my coworkers, who were all mostly men, but I found that my leadership wasn't accepted the same way that theirs was. Like, for example, I could not be authoritative, or I would lose points. I would lose respect of my staff. And so that started to spark in me. Maybe, at first I thought it was me, like I was taking it personally, but then I started to wonder, maybe it's something to do with being a woman. And so I started to study this topic in my PhD program.
It's almost like a catch-22. If
Yes.
you're authoritative, you're kind of
That's
pushy, but if you back off too much, you're weak, right?
That's right. I knew I couldn't be tentative or indecisive, but I also knew that I was also getting feedback that I couldn't be authoritative. So I was walking a tightrope that the men really didn't have to walk.
Yeah, that seems totally unfair.
Yeah.
So you realized this, and then in 2014, you met another woman.
Yes.
Okay.
I went to a conference and I met Dr. Leanne Dubinsky, and we had both done PhDs where we had looked at challenges that women were facing at work. I had interviewed women in higher education, and she had interviewed women in faith-based nonprofits. Two very different sectors, but as we started talking, we realized that the women were dealing with very similar challenges. Even though religion is thought to be very conservative and higher education more liberal and progressive, still the women were dealing with the same things. And it led us to the conclusion that it wasn't because of an industry or a sector they were working in, it was because they were a woman and a woman in leadership.
Interesting. So then you kind of break down 6 barriers that you say, they're still holding women back today in 2024.
Yeah, and these 6 barriers were derived from our research. So we built a scale to measure gender bias, and it was through the scale development that we surfaced these 6 barriers. So they are male privilege, disproportionate constraints, insufficient support, devaluation, hostility, and acquiescence.
So interesting. So in the book, you explain that all in real life examples, right?
That's right.
So we'll hear the stories of different women,
Yes.
or
Yes,
are they
yes.
anecdotal?
Yes, no, they're not just anecdotal. They're all research-based, qualitative research, but it's the stories of prominent and everyday women. And so prominent women like Hillary Clinton, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Katie Couric, and then we tell the stories of everyday women who are physicians, lawyers, journalists, and women in blue-collar industries. This phenomenon of gender bias is something that affects us all, unfortunately. It affects all of us who are women at work.
So ultimately, who is this book truly for, and what is your hope for readers?
Yeah, so this book is truly for everybody. We offer strategies for shattering gender bias for leaders, for workplace allies, and for the women themselves. This book is for everybody, and I hope that this book inspires a culture change in the workplace, and also for the women who read it, I hope that they get the sense and really recognize and learn like I did that you do not have to take bias personally. Do not take it personally. It's something we all face, and it can be overcome.
Yes, and this will validate how they're feeling. It was lovely to meet you.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you
lovely
for
to
being
meet
on
you
the
too.
show with us, Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
We'll be right back.